everybody, this is Louisa from Ellie Paper Studio, and today I'm here with another Tuesday print and cut with your Cricut, where I give you a Word editable file and a CCR Cricut cut file for free. They're available at my blog, elliepaperstudio.blogspot.com, and basically what you do is that you edit the Word document to whatever your names for an whether it's an invitation or the inside of a card. You can edit it however you want. You should not change any of the settings or try to move any of the objects around, because what I've done is that I set up the Word file so that it can be printed with a normal printer. You're just feeding a normal 8.5 by 11 cardstock, printed, and then take that print, put it in your mat and feed it through your Cricut, and it will cut around it perfectly, whatever the shape of the particular Tuesday print and cut series that we're doing. For today, I am doing a baptism invitation. It will be shaped as a little dress. I've already gone ahead and printed my cardstock on my cardstock, and again, you can change all of these. I just used random names, Jane Smith and John Smith, and whatever other baby name that I could think of. And also what I do is that a lot of the cardstocks that I use have like a smooth texture to it, so when you print, it prints perfectly, but then when you rub your fingers through it, it will fade away. What you can do is just grab a bottle of hairspray and spray it on there to fix it to the paper. So I'm going to go ahead, this is what you come out, when you feed your cardstock through your printer, this is what it comes out with. And this wrinkle part here is actually, it was not done by the printer. The paper that I'm using, I accidentally wrinkled it myself a little bit, but that's okay because that part will be cut off. So you will not be able to see it. So what you do is that you take your paper, you flush it all the way to the edge of the beginning of the mat, as such, and now you will be ready. Now you're ready to take your mat and feed it through your Cricut. This is a Cricut mini mat, so it looks a little bit different. It's not your standard 12 by 12. If you were using a 12 by 12, let's say this is your 12 by 12, you would want to flush the paper all the way up to the top. Actually, let's say that you're feeding it this way. You would want to, I'm sorry about that, you would want to flush it all the way down to this corner because the cut will cut through here. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, imagine if this is your 12 by 12 Cricut mat, you just put your paper on this one, you take your mat and you just feed it through this way. So I'm back, and this is what you get when you feed your Cricut, when you feed your paper through your Cricut, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and take the negative part out, and by the negative I mean what you're left out from, what is left over from your cut. And I'm not using the best of paper, so it got caught on the blade a few times, but not to worry. I've used this kind of paper before, and I've had these kinds of troubles before. The reason I'm using not the best of paper for this project is because I actually initially started doing this project and try to use 110-pound white paper, which is my favorite type of paper to use. It's very, very strong, and the two printers that I have could not process it. That's alright, so I had to hand cut some of it, but here you have it. You have a perfectly sized invitation with the printout inside. And now you're ready to start assembling the invitation and getting it ready. Okay, so as you can see, I did cut a slit here. I thought I was going to add some sleeves, some lacy, some doilies to the sleeves, and after seeing and playing with it a little bit more, I realized I kind of really like how it looks because it has so much embossing in 2 different white tones, and then the pearl and the bow and the ribbon. I just thought it would be a little bit too much. Sometimes less is more. So like I said, this was embossed using a Cuttlebug embossing folder. I want to say is fabric textiles or fabric textures, and then Swiss dots for the dress part. I used the same embossing folder to emboss this part here, and this part actually, if you do not, all of the dress was cut. The cuts that I used were baby steps for the main dress, baby steps for this overlay part, and for this one I actually used one of the Teddy Bear Parade's cuts. I want to say is the wedding one, or actually no, it's a nightgown one, and I hid all the other layers and only left this one. So if you do not own Teddy Bear Parade, you won't be able to cut this, but you could probably fussy cut or use a doily type of scallop, or even instead just add some ribbon up here and crinkle it so that it does the curve, and it would look just fine. And then you would need baby steps for this particular invitation. Then I just did a ribbon, and I did my really easy ribbon tying technique where you just double it up and then tie it in the middle, and I secured it using some Zots, and then the small ones, and then I just added a pearl. I do love to add pearls to almost every one of my projects. So here you have it. This is the finished invitation. I think it turned out really, really well. I like how it looks. I feel like it would be a very elegant baptism invitation for a baby girl. After seeing how cute this looks, I think I will end up doing a boy version one for maybe one of the future Tuesdays Print and Cut series. So join me for that. Please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos or the free files that I give out. And don't forget to visit my blog so you can get the free cut files and the free Word editable files. Like I said, all you have to do is print it using a regular printer, feed it through your mat, just secure it exactly how it prints. Just put that page on if you have a 12 by 12 on this corner of your mat and feed it through this way. If this was your Cricut here, you would feed it through this way. If it's a mini, you can just follow my video a little bit easier. It's just exactly the steps that I use. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.